Hey, Ezra here with you for the One Stop Shop Module 2 Pre-Purchase Lead List Setup. So we need a way to communicate with our customers. And this goes for sending broadcast emails to our customers, communicating them when they opt in pre-purchase, communicating with them when they opt in post-purchase. And the tool that I like to use for this is ActiveCampaign. And the reason I like to use ActiveCampaign is because it's affordable and it has a very, very simple and seamless integration with Shopify, a better integration with Shopify than a lot of other CRMs out there. So if you want to use ActiveCampaign, you can go to tinyurl.com/use ActiveCamp, and that'll redirect you over to ActiveCampaign. Now, you can use any CRM you want. You can use Aweber, you can use MailChimp. I'm going to use ActiveCampaign throughout the duration of this course to explain and show how to set these things up, but you can set all this kind of stuff up in your current autoresponder. Some of the autoresponders and CRMs out there don't integrate or play so nicely with Shopify, and ActiveCampaign really plays nicely with Shopify, and I actually do believe it is the superior CRM out there in comparison to MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, and all the other ones, besides something like Infusionsoft or Ontraport, which are several $100s per month. So for small businesses, I recommend ActiveCampaign. So what we need for our pre-purchase opt-in, we need an email list, an opt-in form that people can sign up to and get put onto the email list, and then a thank you email that goes out to them after they opt in to the opt-in form, get put onto the email list, and then they get a thank you email. So these assets can be created in a separate CRM system. Again, I'm going to be showing ActiveCampaign for the duration of this course because I believe it to be the superior service out there, and I need one to use as an example, and it is what we use in conjunction with our Shopify store. So you can follow along if you're using ActiveCampaign, or you can set up these assets in your own CRM. Creating an email list and an opt-in form and a thank you email is really straightforward in pretty much any CRM because they document it. They want you to be able to use their systems. They document it really well and make it easy to do. So here I am inside of the ActiveCampaign dashboard in one of our test accounts here. I'm going to click on Lists. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to add a new list. Now I need to name this list and I'm going to call it Pre-Purchase Opt-in List. And then you have to put the website that it's for, so I'll just put Be Friendly Skincare. So I'll just tell ActiveCampaign they're opting out of my store to receive email communications and discounts, and then I will click Create List. Now that my list is created, I want to create a web form that connects to this list. So a form that people enter their email address into that will put them onto my pre-purchase opt-in list. So for ActiveCampaign, you click on Integrations and Forms, and that'll take you to a page where you can create a new form. So I'm going to create a new form. I'm also going to call this pre-purchase opt-in form. And under the list that I want it to connect to, I'm going to scroll down and grab my pre-purchase opt-in list, which is the list that I just created. And this is connecting the web form to the list so that when people opt into the web form, they end up on my email list. So I will then click OK. And now I get the opportunity to style my web form. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the first name field because I don't actually want people's first name. I just want the email address. Now within ActiveCampaign, we have some options here, theme, style, and options. We can modify the way that our subscription box looks here. I'm going to show you in the later video, in the next video actually, how to put this on your web page inside of Shopify, or how to use Leadpages pop-up boxes in conjunction with your CRM. So you can select a theme if you want. The next thing down here is opt-in confirmation email. What I'm going to do is uncheck this because I don't want to send an opt-in confirmation email to the people who opt into this form. I actually want to just send them a thank you email, which we'll set up in just a moment. So I'm going to uncheck that. Now the next step here under form settings is we'll notice there's a link here that says they will be directed to your subscription confirmation page. Well, for us, that is the pre-purchase opt-in thank you page that we just created. So what we want to do is grab the URL of that page. And in case you don't remember, that's this page here that we just made. So I'm going to grab the URL of this page. I'm going to come back over to ActiveCampaign. I'm going to click on subscription confirmation page here. And what I want to do is up here at the top, I want to click redirect to URL instead. And what that's going to do is give me the opportunity to paste in my URL right here. And I'm going to paste it in and I'm going to click save. And now what will happen is when people opt into my form, they're going to be redirected to this pre-purchase opt-in thank you page that we created. So we've now created a list, and we've created a web form to go along with that list, and we've put a thank you page as the place to direct them after they opt in to the web form. So now what we want to do is set up an email that goes out to subscribers when they opt in. Now, the way we're going to do that inside of ActiveCampaign is we're going to click on Automations and New Automation. We're going to name this Pre-Purchase Opt-in Automation Sequence, and we're going to click on Create. ActiveCampaign is going to ask us, how will a contact enter this automation? And we're going to say when someone subscribes. So we're going to check subscribes, and then we're going to select the list that they subscribe to, and that's going to be our pre-purchase opt-in list. We're basically saying, run this automation when someone subscribes to our pre-purchase opt-in list, and we're going to add a start by clicking Add Start. And so now ActiveCampaign is saying, okay, start this automation when a contact subscribes to the pre-purchase opt-in list. What do you want to do? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this thing over here on the right that says send email, and we're going to drag it right there. And so basically it's saying, hey, you don't have any emails. Would you like to create an email to get started? So we're going to click create an email, and we're going to name this email, which is not visible to our contacts, and it's just for us to know. We'll call it thanks for subscribing, and we will click create. And what that's going to do is it's going to pop open the email editor from ActiveCampaign. So I want to do build from scratch on the left here, and I'm going to use the regular newsletter template right here that shows up, and click OK. And now we get to do a email subject line. So it's going to be like, this is the email that people are going to get when they opt in to our pre-purchase opt-in list. Now later in this course, we will add additional emails to our pre-purchase opt-in sequence, but for now we're just having one thank you automation email. So you might have the subject line be you are subscribed, or if you're giving a discount, you might have the subject line say your 5% discount code, exclamation point. Once you put in your subject line, click the continue button. And now ActiveCampaign is going to give you the option to modify this email within their WYSIWYG editor. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to click this little groove thing here and click delete this because I don't want a big image right there. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to delete that. And then I'm just going to have a really simple email in here. Now you'll notice I've written a little email here. Congratulations, you're now subscribed to receive discounts and coupons from BeFriendlySkincare.com. And what I like to do is link that up. So I select this and I click the link button and I make that a link over to my store. And I like to also select the links and change the color of them to blue. So I use this little color selector, I change it to blue. You can use coupon GET5OFF at checkout to receive 5% off immediately. Thanks for signing up, and we'll be in touch with coupons, deals, and promotions soon. Warmly, and then your name, community manager, your website, and then your tagline. And then I do a little shop our store down at the bottom. Now, if you're not giving 5% off, then you just don't put the 5% off in there. You'll also notice that I have used Tahoma font because I like Tahoma in my emails, and I've changed the font point to 16 points. So what this is basically is it's an email that people get immediately after signing up for your pre-purchase opt-in, which we're going to set up in the next video. We're actually going to set up the opt-in box on our website. But you want to make sure that you got a nice email that goes out. You want nice big text. You want several links back to your store. You can include an image in here, you can include whatever you want, but the point is that you've got a nice email that goes out that leads people back to your store. So once you have that, you want to click the next button up here in the top right. And then ActiveCampaign is going to give you a little summary here. It's going to show you your subject line. It's going to ask you if you want link tracking and all that stuff. What you want to do is just leave all this stuff as it is. You can send yourself a test if you want to make sure it works. So I'll send myself a test right now. And then what you'll do is you will click the finish button up in the top right. And now that'll bring you back to your automation sequence inside of ActiveCampaign. So this is all we're putting on this automation. Now we did an automation so that we have the ability to add more emails later. If we had used a campaign, we would really only be able to add one email. But we want to be able to add more than one email, so we've done an automation. So what you want to do is you want to click this little button up here in the top right that says active. If you don't click that, this automation sequence will not be activated. All right, so you now have an email list. You have a web form that goes along with that email list for people to opt into, and you have a thank you email that goes out to them after they opt in. So go ahead and get all that set up. Get your email list, your web form, and your thank you email all set up, and then meet me in the next video where we will discuss option 1 of how to use this on your website, and then in the following video we'll talk about the next option of how to use it on your website. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.